Hey everyone. Sorry, this video is actually supposed to come out earlier, but I was a bit busy over the weekend, so I could only record it afterwards. But there's still a couple of days left, so if you're gonna try to use this team, best of luck. But it is a quite expensive team, so I don't think many people will be able to make it. But I figured I will show the team in case people want to see it. But if you want an easier team, then I would recommend you to check the video that I posted a few days ago, which is a much more accessible team. They only use like a few units for both like the Bolina version and the Skadi version, and the Bolina version clears hell difficult, no problem. My alt uses the same team, and it's currently in like top 50 somewhere. So yeah, check that out if you want an easier team to play with. But I'll go over the turn order and how it works. So first off, we've got Maybelle. So Maybelle is here for this inspiration. So this will take off some health from Aeveti. It will also heal her over time, right? And you actually don't want her to be healed too much. So to get around this, you don't want her to level Maybelle too much, because then she'll be getting too much support power, right? If you happen to have a high level Maybelle, then you might need to put more health on Aeveti so that it takes more health to like to heal her back up, right? Because the heal is based off Maybelle's support power. But the idea is you want her to be at 50% during the third round. So on the first round, she'll be healed back to like close to full, like she'll get to like 90% or something like that. And then she'll take another 40% from Maybelle, heal back up a little bit, and still be above 50%. And then on the third turn, then she'll definitely be below 50% because there'll be a couple units that'll die. So those turns will get skipped. So there's 2 less turns for her her heal over time to tick, and that will ensure that she's below 50% on the round 3 to trigger her EX ability, which increases crit chance and crit damage, which is for Bolina, of course, to do more overkill damage. Then we've got Franca. So Franca is pretty typical, just like heal and buff. Gives Xiaomeng some more chip damage. Xiaomeng doesn't actually do that much damage, but every bit counts. I'm not close to like getting it to like really low for the overkill, so there's still room for improvement. And then we got Zhaowu. So Zhaowu, she's got her normal buff, but then she will trigger her EX when 2 units die. So I positioned these 2 units here with Farnese one slot back, because if I put Farnese here, the boss only actually reaches up to this tile. So I put a 1 back so that she will kill these 2 units, right? And I need them here because of the targeting, right? So that it splashes correctly. And then we got Tina. So Tina's pretty typical. You've seen her many times. She'll do her single target buff to Bolina. Her buff lasts 18 turns, so even if she dies, it will last for the rest of the round, or like the rest of the fight. Same for Illya. So Illya is a 18 turn buff, right, for this. So this buff is for Bolina, of course, primarily. Because Xiaomeng won't get another turn after the EX abilities proc, since he moves after the Bolina. And when I swapped the orders, the team didn't work, so I had to keep it like this. And then we got Farnese as the tank. Pretty standard. You just want her. Obviously, you want her to taunt. The boss is a heavy type, so on the first turn it won't attack. So that's why you don't need Farnese to be turn 1, unlike other bosses where the tanks usually are like at least the targeted taunts are turn 1. But this one you don't need to. Right? If she moves towards the end of the round, then her taunt will still be up when the boss moves, because the boss will move after Bolina, right? Right, so that is the turn order, and let's start the battle and we can go through it in the actual real time. Alright, so losing 50% here and then healing back up. You'll see that she won't be quite max health by the end of the round, like the full round. She's ticking for every time a unit is taking a turn. Okay, of course Bolina will do a big chunk of damage, and then Xiaomeng will do a little bit of chip damage and get it down as much as possible. Currently, no other unit that I have does more damage than Xiaomeng, unfortunately. Then we go typical taunt and a buff. You can see now Aeveti is not quite full health, which is fine, like that's what you want. And then after the 40% and the heal, she's like above 50%. I think it's actually very, very close. But luckily it was enough, because I think if she buffs beforehand, it will overkill. Or it will kill in 2 turns instead of 3, actually. So you can see I still have a lot of HP to go, because Xiaomeng is not going to do too much more damage here. So I still have like 100k that I could work with. And to get that 100k, I will probably have to invest some reverbs into Aeveti, because I maxed Zhaowu, but Aeveti is not maxed. So I can get some more damage out of Aeveti, but I've run out of reverbs, so I can't scale up anymore. So they'll have to wait until maybe next Crusade raid, whatever boss time might be. Depending on these units are still relevant, but I think they should be relevant. And now the big overkill damage after all the EX abilities. Okay, so this is actually a pretty high score. There is some variation, which you'll see here on my scores from today. So you saw that was 1.713, and the highest I got here was 1.712. It's very just below, like, 1.3, right? So there's a little bit of variation up and down, but it's fairly consistent, right? So yeah, this is my current high score. I don't think it's going to get any better than this, so this will have to do for this raid. Now I'll quickly go over just a couple of units for the builds, just the important ones. So Bolina is on max gear, right? So this is the maximum attack she can get from gear. You want 1 flat at 1%, and of course you want to increase her attack gear here, or resonance gear, and she's max skilled. Now, if you're overkilling with max skill, if with a different team lineup, you can rank them down. I actually haven't tried to do it, but I'm pretty sure you can do it somehow. To be honest, I don't know where it is. Maybe here? No. Okay, I don't know where it is, but I don't need... Oh, I think it's here actually. Okay, you can down rank here. Yeah. If you want to, so you can go down to rank 4 if you want. If you're overkilling too much and you need to like change it, yeah, you can do that. And then Xiaomeng is on obviously max damage gear, same build as Bolina, percentage and flat, max gear resonance, and she's ranked 10. And Illya, I did level her up just to try to push as much damage as I can. The amount of damage I gained was very little. Like, to be honest, it's not really worth the experience to do it, but I just did it anyway. And she's on percent and flat, typical. If you're not gonna if you don't have enough cores to give her, then I wouldn't even bother to level her. I just leave her at level 70, because you need her to be awakened to get her like the buff skill, right? So you can leave her at that, and that's good enough. You only get like a little bit more damage out of her if you max her. Alright, so that's all for this raid. So good luck if you're continuing for the last couple of days, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.